All right, I've got my andouille Cajun sausage here. Oops, it's all right, don't worry about that. This is gonna be cooked at over 200 degrees, so we don't have to worry about germs slipping into here because this is all gonna get cooked off. Anything that is germy. These kitchen scissors are just the easiest way to cut up the sausage. Ooh, it's slippery. There we go, and we're just cutting this all up. This is gonna be an authentic recipe, so that's why we're using the Cajun andouille sausage, because it's gonna just come out perfectly, just like that. Okay, now I'm coming in with my bag of mini potatoes. They are red and white. I'm just gonna get this open here, and I'm just gonna start putting these potatoes all into my dish. There we go. Oh, one potato got away. That's okay, because I have another bag of potatoes here. And I'm just gonna get this cut open, and then I'm gonna just, there we go, perfect. Okay, I've got my potatoes all in here. I'm gonna bring some of this sausage back to the top, because I don't want it to be all beneath those potatoes. I want this all to cook together really evenly. There we go. There, that looks great. Okay, now I've got some butter here. This is a stick of butter. I'm just gonna unwrap this, put that in there, and I'm gonna start cutting this up into smaller pieces, just like that. You don't want your butter to be too warm because then it'll melt and get away from you. There we go, that looks really good. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 sticks of butter in here. Perfect. And this butter is gonna give it a lot of moisture. And I love butter in this kind of traditional Southern dish. My husband is from South Carolina, and so whenever we go there, we like to have this. It's so tasty. It's also like very known for New Orleans and authentic stuff just like that. This is gonna be so delicious. Okay, now I've got some shrimp. These are cooked, but they have the tails still on them. You can do tail off if you want. There we go. I'm just gonna get these all out into here. I'm gonna spread this out just like that. Oh my goodness. This is such a good meal to take to a family gathering, to a barbecue. This is gonna be, people are gonna be begging you for this recipe. This is just gonna be so, so tasty, so easy. You get this done so quick. There's barely any prep to it. Okay, now, I got my Old Bay seasoning here, and you cannot have a delicious seafood dish without Old Bay. So I'm gonna start, I'm just gonna sprinkle this all in here just like that. Oh, this smells so good. I love the smell of Old Bay. I got just some regular salt here. I'm gonna put a little more salt just in, just like that. Okay, yummy, yummy. And now I'm just gonna put in a little regular pepper too, because me and my family, we like it spicy. Need one more thing in here. I've got some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm gonna give this a nice little coating. I know some people might say butter and olive oil don't go together, but I do not agree. This is like how this dish will cook and be so moisturized and delicious. I'm just gonna do a few more dashes of Old Bay just to really seal the deal here. I wanna make sure any of those spots I washed off with the Old Bay before are all set. Now, I'm gonna put this into the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes, and then we're gonna enjoy all this deliciousness. Look at this hot and juicy, fresh out of the oven. Look at all those juices. Wow, that looks beautiful. Oh, the shrimp, that Old Bay, this just smells absolutely fantastic. Oh, and those sausages, look at that nice char on there. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little stir. We're gonna make sure everything's covered in that butter. Oh, this corn, I can just tell this is all so tender, so juicy. That butter, that olive oil, this was exactly what I was going for with this. Oh, I can't wait to share this with my family. I know they're gonna love it. And this was such an easy meal. Wow. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I love those little potatoes, that corn, sausage. All right, okay. I've got one more thing that's gonna make this just perfect. I got a little bit of a lemon here, and I am just gonna give this a nice coating of some lemon juice. And now to just top it off, I've got a few little lemon slices that I am just gonna put on here because this is gonna be so beautiful. This is the perfect recipe for your family for a beautiful, delicious summer barbecue. Oh, everyone is going to love this. There we go. Okay. Now everyone is gonna be here in just a minute, but I am just gonna sneak in here and have a little bite before anyone gets here. These shrimp are perfectly cooked. They're so tender. This is so good. You've got to try this. All right, y'all, that's 3 large packages of our little smoky weenies. Coming in with our cheese whiz. We're just gonna get this right down the middle here. I'm just gonna get all my cheese sauce out here. There we go, we don't wanna waste any of this. All right, now I'm coming in with my Hormel chili with beans. Ooh, that's beautiful. This is my favorite chili. Yum. Ooh, that looks good. That looks so good. I'm just gonna get the rest of my little chili out here. Most of it made its way out though. Y'all, game day's coming up. It's about to be the Super Bowl. You having people over. This is the perfect meal for that. All right, y'all, I got my Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I'm gonna bring this across. Oh yeah, don't skimp on the sauce. And if you're like me, you love a Sweet Baby Ray's. You know, if you wanna use that maple or whatever you wanna use, you do that. I just got the classic. All right, I think that's good. We got that. Okay, now we need a little more flavor. So I got this red onion just diced, like a big old, you know, medium dice here. I'm not gonna use too much of this. You see this? This is looking like a chili cheese dog with these little tiny smokies in here. I love that. I love that. Okay, coming in with my onion powder. Can never have too much onion. Ooh, yeah, that looks good. Now I got my garlic powder. Now this is optional, but my husband loves a yellow mustard. So we're coming in with our yellow mustard here. That is beautiful. Get some on the front. Yum! Now I got some corn here. Ooh, get your workout for the day. Breaking these corns. And it is so nice. Oh man, ooh, it's so much juicy. So nice to get like a fresh corn cob in the store because I thought corn is only in season in the summer, but I don't know where they got this corn from. Oh my goodness, I'm literally getting a workout with this. I don't know where they got this corn from, but I'm so happy to see a corn cob and not a frozen corn cob. Oh, look at that. I feel like the Incredible Hulk right now. Amazing. All right, I got my shark cheddar in. This is a 4-pound bag. Wait, it's a 2-pound bag. But you don't want to skimp on the shark cheddar. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna spread this all out. You can use a spatula if you want, but I'm gonna tell you, you cannot, articulate a spatula the way you can articulate your hand. So, and my hands are clean. I don't know what people are saying they gotta wear gloves in their own kitchen. That is strange to me, but that's what people are saying. All right, now we got our grand Southern home style. Just these biscuits here. Here's what we're gonna do. Woo! That's so funny. Winnie was right here and he didn't even, do you see him? He didn't even flinch. He didn't even flinch. Do you like a biscuit? Do you like a biscuit? Mwah. Mwah. Okay. He didn't touch the biscuits, don't worry. And I didn't touch him with my hands, just my mouth. I just gave him a little kiss on the nose. Oh, that's a corn hair. I thought that was a dog hair for a second. It's just, you know how the corns have hair. All right, we put in these biscuits just like this. You could use whatever kind you like. Do you like the flaky, that buttery flaky kind? That's pretty good. Flaky butter. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's good. I like that one too. But this is just a regular Southern home style.
Because it's a Southern dish.
Yeah, so this is a Southern game day classic. Some people are like, oh, this is expensive. But it's like, when you're feeding that many people, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy,
Yeah, serving size per cost is pretty low.
Yeah. So, what you think? We squeeze these biscuits in.
Yeah, squeeze your biscuits in.
Everyone wants a biscuit. So now we got, I think, 14 biscuits here. Ooh. Just arranging these biscuits. You know what the last step is? We gotta brush these biscuits with a little bit of butter. Because they aren't the buttery flaky kind, they're just the Southern home style kind. So they need to get some butter on there. This is so good. Y'all, this is gonna be amazing. This is a game day classic. Now, if you wanna add other stuff to this, sometimes, we like to put brown sugar in there sometimes. That's pretty good. I like it a little bit sweet and the savory, I know the barbecue sauce has a hint of that, but you could put that in with the chili or, okay, I'm gonna put this on the corn too because I got a little more butter. Put that in with the chili, put that with your, just mix it straight onto the weenies at the beginning. Whatever works for you. All right, y'all. You gotta support this when you pick it up. I gotta be careful when I'm picking this up. We're gonna put this in at 350 for 20 minutes and we're gonna be ready for game day. Go Sports! Look at her, she's beautiful. We got those biscuits all baked up. We got the corn, that cheese, a little bit of onions peeking through, our chili, our barbecue. I got some green onions here. I'm gonna put these right on top. This is optional, obviously. You don't have to have your green onion if you don't like it. That is all good in the hood. Look at this. She's ready for game day. You know what else I love about this aluminum pan that people don't think of necessarily? Or maybe they do, and I just, okay, I'm getting in here. Let's get those little smokies. Let's get the chili. Oh, yes. I need more weenies than that. I need more smokies up to here. Oh, Smokey and the Bandit. Look at that chili cheese.
Give me corn.
Okay, you want a corn? I got you the corn right there. I was gonna say, look, I got this on a plastic plate, y'all. I'm not doing any more dishes, okay? I mean, not ever, but just not today. So I've got my aluminum pan here. I got a plastic dish. It's game day, honey. Hey, Justine, you want to taste this?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, you outdid yourself. Ooh,
Yum.
Ooh, yeah. That looks like it'd be good with some spicy mustard too. That's what I'm gonna do next time. Yeah?
This is so good. Everything I want on game day.
All right, y'all, you gotta try it.
3 pounds ground beef, diced bacon, got my Cajun andouille sausage. Just gonna get this into smaller pieces here. Spread this all out in our pan. Coming in with my diced onion. And I got some diced green pepper here. All right. Now I got my wash your sister sauce, and I'm gonna use a good amount of this since we got quite a bit in this pan. You can just do this to your liking, to your taste. I got some barbecue rub or seasoning. Just gonna get that in there. Now I'm coming in with my dark brown sugar. We're just gonna use some of this dark brown sugar throughout this whole thing. Whatever amount, you know, you like. I like my dishes on the grill to be a little bit sweet, but I know everyone has a different preference. All right, now I got my maple syrup. We're just gonna add that syrup in there. It's gonna be real good. I got a little bit of sea salt here. You can flavor this up however you like. Perfect. And now I got just some regular brown black pepper here that I'm just grinding up. Okay. I got my Bush's original baked beans, you can see here in the center. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna start mixing this all together. You can have more baked beans than that if you like. I might even throw another can in here. I don't know, Marty. What?
I don't know. This is looking pretty good to
Oh,
me.
it is looking pretty good. You're right.
I don't know if we need
Anything else?
anything else.
Yeah, it's like at first I wasn't sure if I wasn't trusting the big can, all right? I was doubting the big can. But yeah, of course you can, you know, just fix this up however you like it. If you want to add more or less of something or leave it out. But this is looking pretty darn beautiful. Don't you think, Marty?
Yeah.
I love it. Wow. You think it's all mixed up evenly?
It's pretty good to me.
Okay. I'm happy with
Give
it.
it a couple more mixes once it starts to get
Yeah.
nice and heated up.
All right, y'all. You may realize it's on the grill here. It's the beginning of grilling season. So we're just gonna put this grill top down and then we're gonna fire her up. All right, y'all. We had this cooking on here for about 25 minutes. Look how good this has all come together. Ooh, look at that steam. What an easy, delicious treat to make on the grill. That brown sugar, that wash your sister sauce. This is just one of my favorite easy cookouts. I'm so excited that it is grill season now. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's gonna be so hearty with this meat in here and all of our peppers and onions. Oh, I cannot wait to try this. I'm so excited. All right, y'all. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Really good. Sweet, savory, amazing flavor. Y'all gotta try this.
That's just 4 packages of my wild caught salad shrimp, cooked and peeled. I'm putting in 2 blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese. I've got 2 cups here of white cheddar that we just grated. Now I've got my lump crab meat drained, just in the can here. Get that out into there. And I got another can. Now I'm coming in with my Old Bay seasoning. I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of this. I've got my Worcestershire sauce, and I'm gonna add also about 2 teaspoons of this. And now I've just got some black pepper here. And I'm just gonna crack this in a good amount to taste. This is smelling so good. We're making a really easy thing today that lots of people are gonna love. Now I got my marinara sauce here. And I'm adding in about 2 cups of that. Now I have always pronounced this marinara sauce Rouse, but lately people have been saying to me that it is pronounced Rayos. But how is that Rayos? Someone tell me, because this looks like Rouse to me.
That's what I call it.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna get this mixed up a little bit. This is one of my favorite easy seafood things to make. It is a crowd pleaser. Don't worry about that cream cheese quite yet, because that's gonna just melt in here. And this is all gonna be so good looking, lots of flavor. This is a pretty good recipe that you can make to bring to a party or a gathering. And it's kind of budget friendly. Like the little salad shrimp are pretty affordable. And I just buy them in those little packages. This is actually a double recipe, so you can just make half of this with 1 block of cream cheese, 1 cup of marinara, about 1 cup of the shrimp, and then 1 teaspoon instead of 2 of your Old Bay and your Worcestershire, and then just 1 cup of the sharp white cheddar. We just happen to use 2 cups of the sharp white cheddar. We just doubled everything. Here's the sharp white cheddar I use that we just grated ourselves. All right, I am just gonna put my lid on this, and I am gonna start this on high, and I'm just gonna keep stirring this occasionally. I think it's gonna be, between between a half hour and an hour. We'll see you then. All right, everybody, this has been in here for about an hour on high. I am just gonna give this a good stir and kind of break up this cream cheese a little bit more, because we just want that to really get melted and incorporated in here. But it seems like it's really coming along. What do you think, Marty?
Oh yeah, looks good.
Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna bring in, I sliced up a little bit of baguette here. I got my melted butter, and I should probably be using the other side of this. This is just my garlic powder. I'll put maybe like a teaspoon in here. That's probably good. All right, I'm just gonna give this a little mixy mix. Oh, it smells good. I love garlic. I'm gonna grab my little brush here and just brush all these guys with a little bit more garlic, if you will. A little bit of our garlic butter. I'm just gonna pop this in the oven at 350 for about 5 to 10 minutes. Marty and I both agreed this looked a little more bisky than dippy, so we just grated the rest of our block of cheese up,
and decided to throw that in here, the white cheddar, just to see if we can't thicken this up. Marty also told me a really great hack, which I might try if this doesn't quite thicken up to the consistency I'm looking for, that you can add instant mashed potatoes in here instead of cornstarch, and that will thicken it right up. So we might be trying that, I'm not sure yet. Alrighty, let's see how that does. All right, y'all, I got my bread out of the oven here, all toasted up and ready. I'm gonna take my lid off. Look at that beautiful seafood dip. Look at this, we got our shrimp in here, our crab, that cheesy goodness. Ooh, I have a feeling this is gonna be so good. I do wanna say, this was inspired by the Olive Garden crab and seafood dip, which they took off the menu 10 years ago. But if you're an Olive Garden fan, you might know this one. All right, I'm gonna get in here. Time to get a taste. Look at this. That looks so good. It smells amazing. This is perfect. This is so good, y'all. Make sure I swallow my bite. You've gotta try this. All right, y'all, that is 1 pack of Cajun andouille sausage sliced. Now I'm coming in with my chopped celery, chopped red pepper, and my chopped onion. I'm using 2 cans of Rotel. I'm gonna put in 1 tablespoon of my Cajun seasoning. I'm using the Cajun 2-step, but you can use any kind that you like. All right, that looks good. I'm using half a teaspoon of sea salt, and I am just going to eyeball this. That's good. I'm gonna use half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, but this is optional. I'm gonna add in 1 cup of water. Alrighty, I made a roux on the stove. This was just 1/4 cup of butter and 1/3 cup of flour. Whisked together for about 15 minutes. All right, now I got my roux in here. Now I'm gonna add in 32 ounces or 1 whole carton of chicken broth. You can use a different broth if you prefer, but chicken broth works perfectly. I'm gonna give this a good mix here to get everything kind of incorporated, get all those spices mixed around and those flavors congealing. All right, y'all, I'm just adding in 2 bay leaves. Now I'm gonna put on my lid, and we're gonna cook this on high for 3 to 4 hours. All right, this has been cooking for 4 hours on high. We are gonna check this out. Look at our beautiful gumbo here. I'm just gonna grab this little bay leaf out of there. If we see the other one, I'm gonna grab that too. Look at this, it smells great. It's thickening up really nicely. Our vegetables are cooking down, looks so good. Just a couple of things to add here. All right, I've got some okra. This was frozen okra. I couldn't find any fresh okra. Maybe it's not the season, or maybe it's that we don't live in the South. I don't know. So this is the best I can do. How's that look, Marty? There's actually only a little bit left. I think I'm just gonna do it all.
Yeah.
There we go.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Thanks, Marty. All right, and now we have got our rinsed, peeled, deveined shrimp. And I'm gonna put these babies in there. I'm gonna get them mixed in. And these shrimp are we're just gonna let this cook until those shrimp turn a pink color. So probably between 10 and 20 more minutes.
Oh, how'd that get in there?
How'd that get in there? Alrighty, I'm gonna put this lid back on, and we're almost ready to eat. All right, it's been just a few minutes, but it looks like our shrimp are done and our okra are ready. So now just one thing left to do here. Okay, I got a bowl. I'm gonna use some of my
Ben's ready rice, just the jasmine kind. Don't hate on me for not making my own rice. Just gonna get that a little bit separated there. And look at this beautiful, goodness, it looks so good, doesn't it, Marty?
It looks amazing.
It looks so good. I'm really excited. We just went to New Orleans about 2 weeks ago. We loved the food. And so I was really delighted to try this recipe now that we're back at home. Okay, I think that's good. I got some of my juice in there, my roux, all my chicken broth, everything, and my shrimp, my sausage, andouille sausage, my okra. Alrighty, I gotta grab a shrimp. Really good flavor to it. So easy. Worth it doing all the steps and cutting up these fresh ingredients and everything. This is delicious. You've got to try it. All right, y'all, now that we got everything ready for our chicken boil, we are just adding our seasonings. Now you notice we got corn in here, potatoes, sausage, chicken, and I'm using Old Bay. Now I'm coming in with some Cajun cheese step. Just a little bit of this for some spice. Garlic. Lemon pepper. Onion. Now I got a 1 pound block of butter here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my grate on here. And I am just gonna use this. I'm gonna put it like this so I can press it. Normally I do this over the top of a pan, but today it doesn't quite fit across, so I was having a little bit of trouble.
Okay, maybe try putting it on the counter.
Like this?
Yeah. Might make your life a little easier.
Marty.
Or not.
You're so smart. No, look, it's working. If this had been out of the fridge longer, it would have worked perfectly. It would have been perfect. That was the ticket, though. That was the ticket. Now I got my slices of butter, and we're just gonna, look at this. Look how easy this is now. I can just sprinkle these around all up in my pan here. We wanna get butter on everything. Butter makes everything better. Now I did use about 4 pounds of chicken. It was already cleaned, uncooked, obviously, and I bought it cleaned already. And let's see, what size was our corn? 32 ounce corn, probably like 1.5 pounds of potatoes, 1 20 ounce sausage, and some oil, seasonings, and our butter here. Alrighty, y'all, I'm gonna put this in my oven at 400 degrees for about an hour. Alright, y'all, we ended up cooking this more like an hour and 20 minutes since everything was frozen to begin with, but now it's all cooked. I used my meat thermometer to check that the chicken was done, and I'm gonna grab the flats Flats are my favorite, so I'm taking them. And look at these beautiful potatoes. That sausage is gonna be so flavorful. And I gotta get some more corn in here. Oh yeah, beautiful. This is hot, fresh out of the oven, but I cannot wait to give this a try. Am I gonna burn my mouth, Marty?
Probably.
Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Wow. This tastes so good, y'all. You gotta make this chicken wing. This chicken wing low country boil is so easy, so good. You gotta try it. Alrighty, y'all. That is our 1 pound bag of our wild caught shrimp. Now I'm coming in with 2 pounds of cooked spicy country sausage and a 12-ounce bag of our frozen spinach. Yum. Now I'm gonna put my little grate on top here for a second. And I am bringing in my Velveeta Original. And I'm just gonna push this down in here. Look at this. That is a genius way to slice it into slices.
You're a genius, honey.
Thank you. And then I'm just gonna spread this out. Look at this. That is just like one standard block of the Velveeta. Now I've got 1 block of cream cheese here. We wanna make this nice and creamy. And 1 can of Rotel. Ooh, beautiful. These gorgeous colors and flavors, our proteins in here. This is gonna be so good. All right, now I always like to have Old Bay with my seafood, and I'm gonna be generous with this because we're making something real tasty today. I'm probably putting in about 2 tablespoons. All right, and now I'm gonna add in my Tony's Carol seasoning. We're giving this kind of a Southern Carol taste and effect. It's gonna be so good with that shrimp, with that country sausage, the cheesiness, the creaminess. Woo! This will really sneak up on.
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's gonna get me.
That will really sneak up on you. I'm just kind of finishing off this can. There wasn't too much left in there, but we love this Carol seasoning with our shrimp and our sausage. Alrighty, y'all, I'm putting my lid on my crock pot and we're gonna put this on low and slow for 2 to 3 hours. We're gonna check on it, give it a little bit of stir, and then we're gonna have a delicious treat. Alrighty, everyone, we have this going for 3 hours on high. Oh, it smells incredible. Our shrimp and sausage Cajun Carol seasoning dip. Oh my God, this looks so good. Y'all, and that cheese, that Velveeta just melted so good in here. Ooh, I cannot wait to dig into this. Now I've just got my classic Fritos. I'm gonna put some right on top here in my bowl. Of course, you can serve this with any kind of chips that you like. Look at that spinach, healthy. Wow. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this tastes incredible. So flavorful, cheesy, delicious, protein packed. Y'all gotta try this. All right, that was just 1 can of peaches into my muffin tins. Now I'm just gonna put 1 large pat of butter into each of these. Now I'm coming in with my cookie scooper and my brown sugar. This is light brown sugar. I'm just gonna put a full cookie scooper of brown sugar into each of these. This is a jumbo muffin tin. We're making a super easy, semi-savory dessert today. Now I'm coming in with some ground cinnamon, excuse me. And I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that onto each one of these. And a hint of nutmeg. Not too much. Perfect. I'm just gonna set this aside and bring in our bowl here. Now I have got a Bob's Red Mill cornbread mix. You can use any kind you like. I really wanted to use the Dolly Parton kind, but they didn't have it at the store, so I'm using Bob's. Now I'm just making this according to the packaging. I'm gonna use 1.5 cups of milk. I'm using whole milk, or as I call it, vitamin D milk. Someone corrected me on that, but it does say vitamin D on the whole milk. So maybe that's just a regionalism that some people don't call vitamin D, whole milk vitamin D. I've got 1/2 cup of melted butter here. And I'm just gonna get my eggs in here. Hopefully no shells. There we go, 2 eggs. Now because I wanna sweeten this up a bit, I'm gonna put 2 scoops of brown sugar right in here. Do you think it needs more than that, Marty?
I do not.
And I'm coming in with my honey. And I am just gonna put some honey right on in here to sweeten this up too. Give it a little nice honey flavor. All right, secret added ingredient. I've got some sliced peaches here. Thought this would be really good in our cornbread mix. And now we're just gonna get this all mixed up into a delicious cornbread batter. Alrighty, now that I got this mixed up, I'm gonna bring back in my muffin tins here. And I've got my scooper, and I'm just gonna scoop this batter into each muffin tin. Now, I do wanna tell you, my dad's here, he's having some allergies. He's allergic to the doggos. If you can hear a little sneezing out there, that's Grandpa Tom. I did add a little bit of cinnamon to this batter just after the fact there because I decided we need some cinnamon in our cornbread too. Ooh, I think this is gonna be so yummy. What do you think, Marty?
I can't wait to try it.
Me too. I think these guys look pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. These are going into the oven at 375 for about 20 minutes. All right, we baked these for just about 22 minutes. They're looking so good. When you have these in the oven, you might want to put it onto a baking sheet like this just so you don't get any drippage like I did. Okay, I'm gonna put this on here just like that. I'm gonna get this. All right, we're gonna do a little flippy flip. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Okay, see if I can get this off of here now. Might be a little bit warm to touch my fingers, but. Alrighty, here we go. Check these babies out. Don't they look awesome? Ooh, I cannot wait to try one of these. I'm so excited. Already got my plate here. Just gonna get my spatula in there. Scoop that bad boy up. Oh yeah, that looks great. I got my vanilla ice cream. Just gonna put a scoop of ice cream right there with this guy. And some caramel topping. That looks awesome. Alrighty everyone, bon appetit. Cannot wait to try this. Our sweet peach cornbread muffin here. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely amazing. Y'all gotta try this.
All right, y'all, we're getting ready to make our low country dinner on the grill. All right, I'm just gonna come in with some butter here. I've got 3 boxes of my penne pasta. I got my potatoes. They are multicolored potatoes, and I did wash them, but they come in a net bag, and that's why you can wash them in the bag and use the bag as a strainer. All right, I want to give our southern boil here a real good flavor, so I'm going to use my Old Bay spice, and I'm just going to put this generously around on our corn, our potatoes, our shrimp. You know what? I'm just going to open this other side. There we go. We want to get a lot of spices in here, so this will have a really good. Now I'm putting in some kosher salt. I like it salty, but you could do, you know, low sodium salt if you like. All right, we got some pepper here. Just gonna pepper this up. Marty thinks I use too much salt, but now I've got some olive oil here. We're just gonna do this so it's gonna keep everything moisturized. Now you might be wondering, how's that pasta gonna cook? Well, I'm gonna use some chicken broth. I am using the low sodium kind because I wanna make this a little bit healthier. So I'm just gonna, there we go. Get my chicken broth all around, down inside, so it'll really cook up that pasta, and it's bringing the spices down to the pasta. We're gonna create a really delicious broth with this, and this is 4 cups in here. And I thought the chicken broth goes well with the shrimp. Now I don't think that's enough liquid, so we are going to use some more broth, and I got beef broth here, and that's going to bring a real nice flavor to our sausage there. And we want to make sure we got enough liquid for all this pasta to cook. All right, y'all, we got our flames fired up, and now it's just time to close this on the grill here and let that simmer. Alrighty, y'all. We had this cooking out there for about 2 hours, and now we're ready to show you the beautiful final product here. Isn't that gorgeous? Gosh, it smells so good. All right, I'm gonna make myself a bowl. I'm gonna come in, I got my corn. I'm gonna get a tater. I'm gonna get some sausage. I'm gonna get some shrimps. And I'm gonna get some pasta here. Oh my goodness, y'all, this looks so good. You can put some hot sauce on this now if you would like. I'm not putting any, but I cannot wait to dive into this. So funny thing, when we were outside, one of the frozen shrimps fell and Winston ate a shrimp. And now he wants more. He likes shrimps. You like shrimps? Well, he's not getting any of these. Oh, wow. The flavor is so good. Oh my God. Smoked sausage. Wow. This is good. I'm down. I'm gonna let you all in on a little secret. We had a gluten-free person who's joined us for dinner tonight, so I used gluten-free pasta, and it kind of fell apart. But I think if you use a regular pasta, you're gonna be in better shape than I was. So, just say no to gluten-free. Oh, this corn is perfect.